Hello guys, Finkles here, and today I wanted to speak about a topic that has been in my mind for a few days now, and it's about Pokémon Legends CA. Let's think about it, like Pokémon Legends CA, it's kinda weird. And even weirder than Pokémon Legends CA, I think the Pokémon community, including me, it's really, really weird. I mean, I guess we kind of already knew that, but I have some points that I want to go through, especially 2 points. One is, we kinda had this like unwritten rule for Pokemon Legends games, which wasn't really a rule because we've only had one game apart from Legends CA, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. And we had this rule that the starters had to be from different generations. So you got Cyndaquil from the second generation, you got Rowlet, I think it's the 7th generation, and then you got... Oh man, I forgot who the water type was. Wait, was it Oshawott? There's no way Oshawott was the, the water type starter in Legends Arceus. I think it was. Yeah, I just googled it and of course it was Oshawott. So that kind of made a lot of people that were trying to guess the starters from Pokemon Legends CA try to guess from different generations, right? Fire would be, I don't know, 3rd generation, then maybe water type 6th generation, something like that. And the second point, it's also an unwritten rule, which I think we kind of assumed it because of the title, Pokemon Legends. Really, like, what is a legend? A legend is, according to Google, a traditional story sometimes popularly regarded as historical but unauthenticated. So we kind of thought as the Pokemon Legends series as games that occur in the past. So now we got Pokemon Legends CA and we see that it doesn't occur in the past. It's more like a modernized version of Lumio City. So yeah, these were two things that we kind of expected from Pokemon Legends CA, which didn't occur. So we're gonna speak about it a little bit. So let's just start with the selection of the starters for Pokemon Legends CA. We got basically Chikorita, which is a plant Pokemon, and it's a starter from the 2nd generation. We got Totodile, which also comes from the 2nd generation. And then we just got my boy Tepig out of nowhere. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much enjoyed Tepig. I think in Pokemon Black and White, my starter was Tepig. A lot of people really liked Snivy and Oshawott. I saw that back in the day, Tepig was not the popular option. But I chose Tepig and I just never made it evolve. I don't make my Pokemons evolve. I just like how he looked. I just like Tepig, you know, and I didn't like Ember or anything like that. So I never evolved it. Also in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I have Fuecoco and I haven't evolved it at all. I don't enjoy the evolution so much. So yeah, I mean, if I was playing competitive, then I would have to evolve it so it becomes more powerful. But I just want to get through the story, so imagine a Fuecoco and a Tepig level 100. Well, that sounds pretty cool for the main story, you know? But yeah, what I find interesting, and I don't know if we should take it as a reliable thing, is that there's kind of like a pattern on the starters of the Pokemon Legends games. So Arceus, we got Oshawott, now we got, for Pokemon Legends CA, we got Tepig. So the one last remaining would be a Snivy. So maybe in the next Pokemon Legends, we're gonna get Snivy as a starter. And also, like, they already finished using the Johto starters. So in Pokemon Legends Arceus, basically you got Cyndaquil and now you got Chikorita and Totodile. So the trio of starters from Johto is already complete. I mean, does that mean they can no longer use those 3 starters for a future Pokemon Legends game? I mean, they're throwing the unspoken rules through the window, so no, I would say that it's not impossible that they would use another Johto starter, one of the ones that they already used. Or maybe we're gonna move into other region starters, right? So in Pokemon Legends Arceus, we got Rowlet, which is 6th generation, I think. It's 6th or 7th, I don't remember. But he's friends with like Litten and also Poplio, which would be the water type. So maybe in the next generation, we get the last 5th generation starter that is missing, so we could get Snivy plus Litten and Poplio. I think that's actually a really good guess. I mean, it's not necessarily that that's gonna be the starters that they choose, but it could definitely be an option. And remember, we're humans, so our head is always searching for patterns and trying to guess what the next thing is going to be. They could also absolutely play with that, and they would be like, okay, so they're expecting these 3 starters. Well, let's give them something completely different. Let's just give them Mudkip, Chimchar, and I don't know, a Squirtle. Why not? I don't know, it's just that kind of like the only sort of unwritten rule that we had, which was, okay, so the stars gotta be from different generations. It's no longer an unwritten rule, it's just not a rule, not a thing anymore. So any other rule that we can make in our minds, is that really a rule? So are we assuming they cannot use the same starters that they have already used? Is that rule also gonna be broken? Who knows? And now we go to the second unwritten rule, which was, okay, so it's named Pokémon Legends, so it has to be in the past. And also the only reference that we had was Pokémon Legends Arceus, so we were like, yeah, Pokémon Legends, duh, it's gotta be in the past. It literally has Legends on the name. You cannot have a legend from the future, right? Well, we were absolutely wrong about it. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying that Pokémon Legends CA is in the future, but I would like to think that it's a modernized version of Lumiose City. Maybe somebody that knows a little bit more about Lumiose can be like, oh no, this is before the things that happen in X and Y, but I think it's in the future of X and Y. I don't know, I just find fascinating that the name of that branch of the franchise is Pokémon Legends, but really only one game is from the past and the other is like a modernized version of a city that already existed in the games. What could the implications of this be? Well, basically one very obvious implication that I see is that we really cannot predict Pokémon Legends. It could be in the future, in the present, in the past, it could be in any given time. Now, I actually think this is a good thing. I really felt like it was something really fresh, that we were just going to explore Lumiose City in a modernized way. And also, yeah, in retrospect, it's like, what do we want? We just want Pokemon Legends Arceus DOS? We just want Pokemon Legends Arceus all over again, just in another place? I think this was a really smart way that they got around it, to not make it predictable, and I really love what they're doing with Pokemon Legends. They're kind of getting rid of any expectation that people have from Pokemon, and they're like, I feel like they're actually truly experimenting with different type of ideas, right? So in combat, in Pokemon Legends Arceus, we had the agile style and also the strong style moves. And now apparently in Pokémon Legends CA we can move around our Pokémons during the battle, which will supposedly affect how the moves make damage to the enemy. I don't know, it just makes me really happy and excited that they're just trying very different things and that they don't feel like, oh, Pokemon Legends is a formula, so now we gotta do Pokemon Legends too. Like when I was watching the trailer of Pokemon Legends CA, we watched like these tiny wild areas, and in Pokemon Legends Arceus we had huge areas to explore where Pokemon are wild. But now apparently in this game the zones are pretty small, right? They're like little parks or little sections of the city where there are wild Pokemons living free. And my first reaction was like, oh well, that's not great, we're gonna get smaller zones to capture Pokemons from. But then I thought about it and it was like, whoa, but this is a very different game. This is going to work in different ways that Pokemon Arceus didn't. So I think it's very fair to say that we can expect very different mechanics. Also, I don't see how they could do like the Pokemon Legends Arceus type of thing where you had to fill the Pokédex and be like, okay, capture 10 of these Pokemon, now capture 20 Pikachu so you can register on the Pokédex. Because apparently this is already like a civilized and modern Lumiose City, so they already got the Pokédex. So yeah, we cannot expect, yeah, just go and capture 10 Pokemon so you can register. It will work in a different way. I'm sure you will have to capture a lot of Pokemons, which would maintain the essence of Pokemon Legends in some sort of way. But maybe the premise is another. Maybe it's just like, oh, there's an overpopulation of this species. Help us capture it and then we'll release it in a safe place. So yeah, I mean, I really love that Pokemon Legends CA is weird because it helps us, the Pokemon community, to realize that Pokemon Legends could be the place where Game Freak actually experiments and have fun with some different concepts. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited. Pokemon Legends Arceus is my favorite Pokemon game, even more than Pokemon Soul Silver, Pokemon Pearl, which is like my nostalgia hit. Like I just play Pokemon Pearl and it's like I become a child again. But even then, I prefer Pokemon Legends. It's just a well-made game. It's just fun for anybody, even if they don't like Pokemon specifically. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think Pokemon CA starters are really cool? Which one are you going to choose? I'm definitely going for the option that nobody wants to pick. Apparently, I don't know why not, but I will go for Chikorita. I just love Chikorita's design, and I also love Meganium. Call me crazy, but I just like Chikorita. Am I dumb? Let me know down in the comments which one are you going to choose. And with that, thank you guys for watching this video. You guys are the absolute best. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.